of the Chamber. Let's take a chance this morning to meet our first guest. Joining us on the Weekend Chamber Sunrise Show now is Scott Perry. He is the Vice President of Atlas Security Services. AtlasSecurityServices.us to learn more about them. Scott, good morning and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Tell us a little bit about what Atlas Security Services can provide to people in the community.
Well, we provide licensed security officers and mobile patrol vehicles for a variety of industries.
Now, that is not something that you'd want someone to do without the requisite experience, and I know you guys have the experience to provide those services the right way. What's your background?
Yes, I'm a retired sergeant from the NYPD, and my business partner, Matthew Ventura, is a retired trooper locally from Troop F.
How did you decide to get into this line of work after your law enforcement careers?
Well, Atlas was established in 1992. I started working for Matt in around 2003. Subsequent to that, I became his business partner, and we began to expand the business. You
got to imagine that there are people out there who don't realize that they may need this type of service. Who are the people that need what Atlas Security Services provides?
Well, we have a wide range of clients, everything from corporate security to manufacturing, warehouses, distribution, as well as municipal work.
I think it's an easy misconception when you talk about this. People think, all right, well, maybe now I'm like the president where I've got 7 bodyguards in black suits trailing me with the earpiece and they're talking into their shirt cuff. But that's not really what it is. Exactly. When someone works with you, what do they receive?
It's more basic. More of it's the meat and potatoes security guard you see in a uniform at a gate or an entrance to a building. That's 90% of our business. We also do provide the higher end corporate security, as you're referring to.
When a client gets in touch with you and they say that I need a service for X, how does the process work from there?
Well, the first thing is usually myself or my business partner will come out to the facility and take a look at it. Too often security companies just assume, it's a warehouse, it's a distribution center, it's all the same. It's not. You have to go out there and spend some time with the client, figure out exactly what their needs are.
Taking that hands-on approach, spending time with clients, learning about their needs, is that something that's common in your line of work?
It's not common, especially with some of the larger national companies. It's cookie cutter service where you call up, they might not even send anyone out, just ask you how many guards would you like, and they'll deliver them.
You get with Atlas Security Service something that I think really will help you out when deciding who to use for the type of services that you provide, because you are local, based in Goshen. You're a Hudson Valley company, but I know that you've done work throughout really the Northeast. How wide have you spread your reach in your time in business?
Well, we're licensed in New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania, and we'll provide services anywhere throughout those states. Probably the sweet spot of our business is from Albany down to Central Jersey, extending to Pennsylvania as well.
In the security world, I'm sure that technology over the last few years has come in and just completely changed the way that business is done. How are you using technology in your business?
Well, for instance, there's intelligent cameras now that can interface with the guards to alert them to a potential issue. We have GPS tracking in our vehicles to show exactly how patrols were conducted. And there's also some devices that verify where the guard has done his inspections and patrols.
We are talking with Scott Perry, the Vice President of Atlas Security Services. You can learn more about them online at AtlasSecurityServices.us. What do you think's on the horizon in the security world?
Well, technology is becoming more and more pervasive, so we're learning new ways to implement it with our guard force every day. Also, the beginning of the year is a good time for companies to make changes in security. So this is our busiest season coming up.
You would think that now, new year, new leaf, New Year's resolution, if a business out there either doesn't have a security firm and they feel that they should be working with one, or has one and perhaps they're not providing a level of service that they should be providing, what are some of the signs that a business owner should look for in deciding to bring on a firm like yours?
If they're having any type of internal losses, if they're having any issues with suits due to slip and falls, etc., security is something they should look at as an overall solution to those problems.
Because you can improve a business's bottom line by preventing unnecessary loss. How have some of the clients that you've worked with in the past felt that you've improved, whether it's their profitability, whether it's their security, whatever it's been?
We've helped in everything from simple losses in-house to helping clients recover items that have been either purchased by false means or through outright thievery. We've gone all over the country for clients to retrieve their assets.
Now, I got to imagine in your line of work with security services, you probably have a number of success stories that stick out to you of, hey, we did this one time that really made a difference. Obviously, you can't get into too many specifics, but does anything stand out to you in your career?
Some of the most interesting work has been, as I mentioned, the asset recovery, where there was items purchased into the millions of dollars through fraudulent means. And we had to interface with everyone from federal authorities to customs to get those items back when they were en route to other countries.
Now, I got to imagine, if you're a small business owner, a medium-sized business owner, even a large business owner, if you don't have the experience in dealing with customs, with federal agencies, you're not going to know where to start. How do you, as Atlas Security Services, help them out in that regard?
Well, a big benefit is that myself and my partner have backgrounds in law enforcement, so that makes those people we'll be reaching out to in law enforcement perhaps a little more receptive. We understand the lingo, what they want to hear, and hopefully we can get them to take action sooner rather than later for our client.
Scott Perry here on the Weekend Chamber Sunrise Show from Atlas Security Services. If someone out there listening feels that they need your services, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Well, they can, of course, go to the website, as you mentioned. They can also call us at 800-646-0438.
And as we talked about the first step, you'll meet them, you'll go to the site, you'll have a consultation, you'll talk about what they need, and it goes from there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Happy New Year. Frankie, that to me is one of those businesses, Atlas Security Services, you don't realize you need until you need it. And that is too late.
That's too late. That's the perfect way to put it, Jeff, because I tell you, I've been involved with businesses where we've had private security, and they were, in this particular instance, retired police officer. And they foiled several attempts at, I would say, sabotage for us. They've also were able to stop theft, employee theft, and ultimately saving the company thousands of dollars.
One more time, learn more about Atlas Security Services online at atlassecurityservices.us. One more break here in the Weekend Chamber Sunrise Show. When we come back, Bridget Gasalfi from ServiceMaster Restore will be with us after this word from the Mid-Hudson Regional Hospital of Westchester Medical Center.
Sometimes